Hello boys and girls, this is Forex Coach, your mentor, and I would love to welcome you back guys to my YouTube channel. So basically guys, I know that you guys have missed me. I know that you guys have been wondering what is happening to Tobisi the Goat. Guys, I deeply want to apologize for being so quiet for such a long time guys. Basically guys, the reason why I've been so quiet for such a long time, to be honest with you guys, I lost my YouTube login details. As you guys know that FX Code has been relocating into a new city. So I had recently bought a new trading setup, right? So I had to move my login details, my YouTube login details into my new computer. And I only realized when I was moving my details into my new computer that I've lost my YouTube login details, and so I had to renew my password and all of that stuff, and that took quite some time. So hence why I've been so quiet. And now guys, we are fully back. We'll be dropping bangers each and every week, each and every day. So with that being said guys, I firstly want to thank you again for helping me reach 500 active subscribers guys. And with that being said guys, I still kindly beg you guys to help us reach 1,000 active subscribers guys. Let us grow this community. Let us help and impact a lot of people's lives through doing what? Of course, through liking this video and sharing it with your friends. And most importantly guys, if you're new to this channel, please help me with what? With subscribing to this YouTube channel. And most importantly guys, click that notification bell so that you will receive a notification each and every time I drop or I release a new video. So with that being said guys, without any further waste of time, let me guys show you what will this YouTube channel be carried out. This is Forex Coach, your mentor. Let's get it. Thank you very much guys for making it up to this far in this video. And if you guys are enjoying this video, please show me love guys by taking this video up to 500 likes. And if you're new to this channel guys, please kindly show me love by subscribing to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that you guys are gonna receive a notification each and every time I drop or I release a new video. So guys, on this part of the video, I just quickly want to show you the breakdown, or rather the structure of how our YouTube channel is going to be carried out. So as you guys know that a month is divided into 4 weeks. So guys, we're going to divide our trading weeks into 4 parts. Firstly guys, on the first week of a new trading month, we're going to be doing what? We're going to be doing a lesson video. We're going to be strictly learning Forex, whether it's going to be technical analysis or the fundamental analysis, but it's strictly lesson. And guys, on the third day of the very same first week, we're going to be doing what? We're going to be doing the market breakdown analysis video, whereby we're going to be analyzing our currency pairs. We're going to be doing analysis of currency pairs. And on the second week guys of our trading month, we're going to be doing what? We're going to be reviewing the last week's trade. Remember that guys, in Forex you can't improve what you can't review. So it is very much important for you guys to go back over of your pairs and see whether the market respected your setup or not. So we're going to be doing that on the first day of the second week. And again, on the third day of the very same second week, we're going to be doing what? We're going to be doing the midweek market breakdown, whereby we're going to be looking into indices. In this case, we're going to be analyzing German 30, NAS 100, US 30, all of our indices. And on the third week guys of our trading month, we're going to be doing what? We're going to be covering tips on how to analyze, whether you're using your MT4 or your MT5 or your trading view. We're going to be giving you guys tips on how to analyze. And again, on the very same third day of the third week of the trading month, we're going to be doing the midweek market breakdown, whereby we're going to be looking into our exotic pairs. In this case, our USDs are, our GBPs are, all of our exotic pairs. We're going to be doing exotic pairs on the third day of the third trading week. And guys, we're going to close off our trading month by doing what? By doing the market breakdown analysis again, whether now we're going to be mixing our currency pairs, indices, and exotic pairs. And on the third day of the fourth trading week, we're going to be doing what? We're going to be looking into fundamentals of the following month. We're going to be looking to NFP, the CPI, and the FOMC of the following month. So this is how our trading week or rather our trading month is going to be structured. This is Forex Coach, your mentor, guys. Thank you very much. Let's get it. Thank you very much, guys, for making it up to this far in this video. And now, guys, we are on the most important part of the video, which is the market breakdown. And guys, since this is the last week of the trading month, of course, we're going to be looking into the mixture of our currency pairs, our indices, and lastly, our exotic pairs. So now, guys, we're going to look into what the week is having for us for this particular week. So guys, we're going to start off with our Euro USD. On the currency side, I wanted us to do Euro USD. So this is my Euro USD and this is my weekly time frame. Let me just go into a monthly time frame so that I can illustrate what I want you guys to see on the monthly chart of Euro USD. So basically, this is Euro USD on my monthly time frame, and of course I can mark off this as my low and indeed marking that as my low, right? And by looking at the Euro USD monthly chart, you guys can tell that we are still in a beautiful down trending market on Euro USD. Why? It's because we are having this series of lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs, meaning that we are indeed in a beautiful down trending market. But that doesn't stop us from diving in deeper to see what the market or the current market price is having for us in store. As you guys know me, I love to deal the most with the current market compared to the previous market data. Even though the previous market data is important, but for me personally, I love dealing the most with the current market price and predict the possible future price movement. So this is my Euro USD on a monthly chart, and I can tell that we are indeed in a beautiful down trending market. Even though the market tried to gain some bit of momentum to try and further push towards the upper side, but by the market failing to significantly close above this lower high over here, it means that Euro USD is still in a beautiful down trending market. Let me repeat again what I've just said. Again, I'm saying that Euro USD is still in a beautiful down trending market, even though Euro USD the past few months it tried to gain some bit of momentum to try and further push towards the upper side, but with the Euro USD failing to close significantly above this, guys, it means that we are still in a down trending market. Why? It's because the market failed to break the overall structure of the bears. These bears that I'm talking about. I'm talking about these small bears over here, right? It means that we are still in a beautiful down trending market. But we don't just take entries with regards to a monthly time frame. We need to dive in deeper to see what other time frames are having for us in store. So now let me drop it down into a daily time frame so that we can see what our daily time frame is having for us in store. So as I drop it down into a daily chart, I can mark off that as my high and I can mark off this as my low. This is basically my playground, right? So this is the highest point or the price that the market reached over here, and this is the lowest price that the market reached around about this area, right? And again, you guys are going to see next week when I'll be dropping my first lesson video. You guys, I'm going to teach you how to properly apply the market structure rules. I'm going to teach you guys how to properly understand the market structure. But for this week purposes, guys, I'm just going to show you the secret, right? So after marking your high, you trace back the low that gave rise to that high that you are currently having at a particular time and moment. So, and if you go back into the low that gave rise to this high, we can beautifully see that this was the low that gave rise to that high. And from this, guys, we can tell that Euro USD broke the overall structure of these buys that we had the past months. And now Euro USD is preparing for what? It's preparing for those continuations of sales towards the downside. Let me repeat again what I've just explained. This is our high, and this is our what? And this is our low, right? And after you've marked our high, we do what? We trace back the low that gave rise to that high. And by doing this, we can beautifully tell that this was the low that gave us the what? That gave us that high. And now the market is doing what? The market is trading below this zone over here, this break of structure zone over here, meaning that the market is what? Has broken the overall structure of the buys, and now our buys are turned into what? Now into sellers, meaning that we are now in a what? In a beautiful selling market. But again, with this information that you are currently having on a daily chart, we can't take any entries based on this data that you are currently having over here, right? This is a daily time frame. We normally check our daily time frame for what? For the overall direction of the market. And by this, we can tell that we are in a what? We are in a beautiful down trending market on what? On Eurusd. And now let me drop it down into a much smaller time frame so that now we can focus on the what? On the current market, so that we can see what entries can we get from there. And now let me just kindly remove this, because now we are in a new time frame. Remember that, guys, we are having a different structure for what? For different time frame. The structure that you are having on a higher time frame will not be the same as the structure that you're gonna find on a what? On a higher, or rather on a lower time frame. So again, I've applied the very same rules. This is my high, and if I trace back the low, I can beautifully say that this was the low that gave rise to that high, right? And for catering for more structures, of course, we must use a zone, so that the zone can perfectly accommodate these weeks that I'm currently having over here. Let me just lower a bit lower. And now from this, guys, we can tell that Eurusd was in a beautiful uptrending market over here, right? And this was due to the FOMC that we had last week, Thursday, I think, and the market gave us that high, right? And later the same evening, because with the FOMC we're having two events, right? This was the event that was at 8 o'clock, and this was the volatility movement that was due to the 8:30 news event, because the FOMC is divided into two parts. So with the 8:30 movement, or rather with the 8:30 volatility candle, the market gained momentum to further break the overall structure of what buys, these buys that I'm talking about, these buys, right? We had this beautiful structure over here, the very same structure that was broken, and now we are expecting a test, so that we can enter our more sells towards the downside. Let me repeat again. Let me remove everything. This is our high, right? And this is our low, right? And if we trace back the high, or rather the low that gave rise to that high, we can briefly say that this was the low that gave rise to that high. And now the market has finally broken the structure. And now, why am I saying that the market has broken the structure? The market has significantly crossed below the low that did what? The low that gave rise to the last high that we had on on this particular chart, right? Hence why I'm saying that the overall structure of the buys has been now broken, and now we are ready for what? We are ready for the selling market now. And of course, you can try and put your trend lines, right? To increase your accuracy, of course, you must clone your analysis. You must clone your trends. And of course, you can make this around about this area. And of course, this is nothing but a fake out. Why am I saying that this is a fake out? It's because these big candlesticks were due to the FOMC. This is nothing but the FOMC. And as I've said, guys, the FOMC is divided into two parts. The first big volatility movement was due to the 8 o'clock South African time movement, and the second part was due to the 8:30 volatility movement, because the FOMC is divided into two parts. And now we can briefly say that we can expect a test maybe around about this area, so that the market can balance this imbalance that you are currently having over here. I hope you guys can see it. And that is whereby we can enter our sells upon the test, and of course swing our sells towards the downside, and of course making our previous higher lows our target prices, and of course swing our trade up until our final target price that we're currently having over here. But again, in the long run, Eurusd is again a long-term seller. Why? because the market did what? The market broke significantly below this low. Why this low? Because this low is the one that gave rise to that high over there, meaning that EURUSD has broken the what? The overall structure of the what? Of the buys, and now it's preparing for what? It's preparing for those long-term sells towards the downside. And of course, making these highs, these previous higher lows over here, our what, guys? Our final target prices, or our what? Our take profits. And of course, we have made our what? Our trend lines to make our analysis more cleaner, because we are what? We are clean boys worldwide. And of course, this is how we could have put it our trends, given that the market has finally gained even more momentum to further push towards the downside. So yeah, guys, this is my EURUSD for you guys. I am going to be looking for sales this week upon the what? Upon the explanation that I've just explained. Maybe you're gonna expect these sales maybe around about midweek, maybe around about Wednesday or what, because we are currently expecting a correction towards the downside, towards the upper side, to what? To balance this imbalance that you are currently having over here before looking for those further pushes towards the downside. So yeah, guys, this is my EURUSD. And now, guys, let us move into an index, which is the France 40. And now, guys, moving right along to the second analysis, we're going to be looking into France 40. This is my France 40. Let me go into a daily chart and let me just explain this analysis before I remove it. Or let me just remove it. Everything. So yeah, guys, this is our France 40. Let me just start on a weekly time frame. So yeah. So this is our France 40, guys, right? And from this, we can see that France 40 was inside a beautiful uptrending market, right? Up until France 40 gave us that high, right? Let me remove everything again and let me just mark the high that I'm talking about. This is the high that I'm talking about. And we do what? We mark our low. This is basically our playground, right? This is our high and this is our low, right? And now what do we do after we've marked our high? After we've marked our high, in this case, we are on a weekly chart, meaning that we're looking at the structure that is presented on the what? On the weekly time frame. So this is our high, right? And after marking our high, we do what? We trace back the low that gave rise to that high. And from this, we can briefly see how we would have caught our sniper entry upon here, because we normally do what? After the market breaks the structure, which was here, we normally expect a test, right, before riding those sells towards the downside in case of a bullish market turning into what? Into a bearish market. So now this is how briefly you could have caught your what? Your sells if you applied the rules that I'm going to teach you guys on the next video, given that you guys push this video up until we get 500 likes, right? And 5,000 views, guys. Let us push these videos so that we can engage and have a much bigger community, so that we can help a lot of people by changing their trading chain. So this is how you could have caught your sells by applying the rules that I'm going to teach you in the next video, guys. So from this, we can briefly see that France 40 is in a what? A beautiful downtrending market. Why am I saying that? It's because France 40 did what? France 40 broke the overall structure of these buys. Normally, after the market breaks the structure of any structure that you are currently having, we normally expect those sells or those buys up until the completion of the 90% rule, meaning that we normally expect those buys to be around about here. I mean, these sells to be around about this final target price over here. Let me remove everything again and start afresh. This is my high and this is my low, marking my what? My playground, right? And after marking my high, I do what? I trace back the low, which was this one, and this is how you could have caught your what? Your beautiful sniper entry for sale. And now look at the trick over here. Instead of the market selling up until the completion of the 90% rule, look at what the market did. The market, it triggered and what? And took us out of what? Of the entry that we could have taken around about here, right? So why the market taking us out, right? Does this mean that our overall sell setup has been invalidated? No, you guys are going to see when we do our first lesson that if the market goes back inside our overall trend, it doesn't mean that now our sell setup has been invalidated, right? The only time whereby our sell setup will be invalidated is, of course, by the market crossing above, right? Above this high. Because above this high, it means that the sales has been invalidated. Why? It's because it means that the market is now creating what? Creating new highs. It means that now this overall sell setup that we had has been now fully what? Invalidated. But as long as the market is still trading below this low, below this high, it means that we are still in a what? In a selling market, right? The market, it wants to trick you, right? Because the market won't allow us to win all of the time, right? It means that the market is trying to tell us that it wants to print something in nature of a double bottom over there before going for those long-term sells towards the downside. Let me just show you guys again. This was our high and this was our what? Our low. And that was our what? Our low that gave us to that high. This is just a breakdown of the what? Of the weekly time frame. We're going to still dive in deeper into much smaller time frames and focus on the what? On the current market. Because my trading style, guys, you guys are going to see that in all of my videos, the trading style that I use, I only focus on the what? On the current market. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to do to focus on the previous data. It's a good thing because we as price action traders, we normally do what? We use the past data information to try and predict the next possible price movement. But the way I feel like I've mastered market structure, I only use the current market price to try and predict the next possible price movement. Now let us dive in deeper in the charts and explain, or rather and focus on this part of the market now, because on the overview of the France 40, we can see that we are still in a beautiful down trending market, because the market is it's printed something in nature of a double top. But that doesn't mean that we must enter ourselves blindly. We must wait and see what the structures are telling us, which is the strategy that is called trends inside the trends. We are having structures inside the structures. Now let us focus on this part of the market. And now let me drop it down into a daily time frame. But let me just go back into a weekly time frame so that I can mark off this as my high again, and this is my my low, meaning that now this is my new playground instead of the one that we had here. This was my previous playground, and now this is my newly formed playground. Let us dive in deeper and see what the market has for us in store. If I drop it down into a daily time frame, I can beautifully see that the market was the market was here. The market was giving us a beautiful uptrending market, right? Up until the market gave us that high. Again, let us dive in deeper into the high that the market gave us. This was our high that the market gave us, right? After we've marked our high, we do what? We trace back the low that gave us to that high. And we can beautifully see that this is the zone whereby we had this low that gave rise to that high. And from this, guys, I hope you can beautifully see that the market has The market has significantly crossed below, breaking the overall structure of of these buys. This is nothing but trends inside the trends, structures inside the structures. And if you go back into our weekly time frame, we're going to see which structure that I'm talking about. I'm talking about this structure. While we are still having this structure that has been broken here, this big structure that has been broken. I hope you guys are still with me and are following me. Let me remove everything again and let me show you. This is our new playground, and this is our new playground. Let me drop it down into a daily time frame. And if I drop it down to a daily time frame, this is my high, right? And what do? I trace back the low that gave rise to that high, and I can beautifully see that this was the low that gave rise to that high. And from this, we can clearly see that we are in a beautiful down trending market. Why? It's because the market significantly broke the structure and it has tested the structure, meaning that we are indeed in a confirmed selling market on France 40. Then after that, you can put your trend lines and whatsoever. But me personally, I don't normally rely on trend lines. I normally rely on the structure, because you can never go wrong with the structure. If you understand the market structure, trust me, guys, you guys are gonna be set free for the rest of your lives. And now from this, you can what? You can mark your trends, your highs, which you can use it as your what? As your target prices. So this is basically a daily chart on on France 40. And already with the structure of the daily time frame, these are beautiful cells that you guys don't want to miss out. These are beautiful cells, guys, on France 40. I don't know if you guys want me to dive in deeper into a much smaller time frame, but let us do that. And now if I drop it down into a much smaller time frame, bearing at the back of our heads that we are in a beautiful selling market. Let me drop it down into a 1 hour time frame so that we can look for entries. And if I drop it down into my 1 hour time frame, let me remove that and let me remove that again. Again, I follow the same easy rules that I'm teaching you guys. But don't worry, I'm still gonna provide you guys with a proper lesson. Given that you guys share this video with your friends and with your family, let us grow this video up to 500 likes and 5,000 views. And definitely, guys, I'm gonna drop this first lesson that I'm preparing for you guys. And we can briefly see that the market broke the structure. Why am I saying that the market broke the structure? The market broke the structure because it did what, guys? It crossed significantly below this low. Why this low? This low, guys, it is the one that gave us that last high that we had over there, meaning that the market is in a confirmed selling market. Remember the correction that I showed you guys on the Eurusd? Let me just give you guys a tip. Normally, our indices are positively related to our code pairs, meaning that the Eurusd normally goes hand in hand with our indices, whether it's your Nasdaq, your US 30, your France 40, German 30, they normally have a positive correlation. Remember that the correction that I showed you guys on Eurusd that we are patiently expecting, it's the same one that we are patiently expecting on France 40. Because why? The market significantly broke the structure, and now the market must come back to balance this imbalance that we're currently having around about this area before we can further enter those cells upon the stage of that structure over there and swing ourselves towards the downside, and of course making these our target prices and swing that trade up until that far. And from there, you're gonna go back into a daily chart and see that we are in a indeed beautiful downtrending market, right? This is a beautiful market structure, or rather a beautiful sell setup that you're currently having on France 40. And even going back into a weekly time frame, even a weekly time frame is telling us that we are going to be having pretty long-term sales on front 40. And you guys, I'm going to show you even with the fundamental analysis. You guys, I have no idea of how much I love you guys. I want to make sure that you guys are being successful traders. This year, guys, we might be expecting a crash. So these sales that I'm currently showing you guys, we're going to monitor this trade. Even next week, we're going to review this trade. We mustn't sleep on this trade, which is France 40, even Nasdaq, US 30. All of our stocks are going to crash this year because of the high rise in inflation, and together with the rising interest rates. So these sales that I'm talking about, guys, trust me, don't sleep on these sales. We're gonna be having these long-term sales, even up to this far. We're gonna be having these long-term sales. Imagine this is a weekly time frame. So I hope you guys can see how long these sales are on France 40. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and guys, I wish you all the best this week. I hope you guys are gonna milk the market. I hope you guys are gonna kill the market, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed this video, guys, please give me a thumbs up and comment down in the comment section below if you enjoyed this video. And nonetheless, guys, this is Forex, your mentor. I wish you all the best. I love you with all my heart. God bless.